Hello, I'm Danica Kellum-Derolu, and welcome to my studio, Pilates 804 in Richmond, Virginia. Today, on my CenterLine tower unit, I'm going to show you a kneeling progression with the roll back bar, taking you through chest expansion, thigh stretch, and rolling in and out. So let's get started. You're gonna set your roll back bar above shoulder height on the tower unit. The higher you go, the heavier the pull on the spring, the more challenging it's gonna be. However, you can also adjust this by moving forward towards the tower to lighten the spring or away from the tower to make the spring heavier. Your choice. So come facing the bar. You have a choice with your stance. This is an upside down frog or a Pilates stance kneeling. Gives a lot of nice support for external rotation and outer hamstring as you pull up into your midline. You could also choose to do this series parallel together, which is like ninja level because you have a narrowed base of support, making it much harder. You could also go parallel apart, which is wonderful for keeping the tracking of the knees through the ankle alignment. So work with what you've got and challenge yourself accordingly. So for chest expansion, I'm going to choose the Pilates stance, more of that external rotation, where the feet have come together, and I'm still thinking hug center line, not let myself fall outwards on the outside of my kneecaps, because then that allows me to fall into some pelvic tilt that I love to rest in. So as I pull up into center and press down through the entirety of anything touching the mat, it's like one long foot from my knees to my toes. Press down. On an inhale, the chest expands and the bar pulls with straight arms. And actually hold your breath as you keep that collarbone wide and you turn your head to the right, turn your head left, back center, and then exhale as you release the bar. So to see that breathing, it's an inhale, hold, turn the head, exhale, abs lifting as the bar reaches away. One more time, inhale, and exhale, return the bar. Now you can play with some arm variations in your chest expansion so that you can mobilize the shoulders and really keep good movement up through your upper back. And inhale as I pull, and I'll do a little chug up to the ribs, exhale as the bar reaches away. I'm really pushing the arms away, not letting the springs pull me away. One more time, inhale, chug, lift, and exhale, reach out. Now here's a choice you have to make. Do you let your elbows wide or do you pull your elbows back straight behind you? If you let the elbows bend up out wide, you have to really find how the upper abdominals stabilize with your back muscles to not let you fall, right? And then the arms stretch out. But if I pull my arms straight back, we're gonna get way more integration and activity up through the upper back, really expanding the chest more. And again, you have to control your upper abs to not fall back. You can reverse that action. Inhale, press down, resisting the urge to fall down with, right? Inhale, and exhale, grow tall as the bar pushes down to find the opposition. Now let's progress this into your thigh stretch. I'm gonna want more spring tension as I lean back with the thigh stretch, so I'm just gonna crawl backwards. Now I'm gonna come into parallel, about hip width apart, because I don't have the best knees, and as I hinge back and find that loaded knee flexion, it's safer for me to be in parallel and a little bit apart. So arms are outstretched. The first thing you want to do is remember your chest expansion. If I want to go back, I don't want to fall and collapse. So already this inhale and this lift, that is reminding me of what I just did in my chest expansion. And then as the knees bend, I'm still pressing down from knee to toes, one long foot. And when I feel the thigh stretch, I'm just gonna hold for a moment and then press back forward. Go as far back as you can stand the thigh stretch. And remember, the farther you go back, the more work it is to come forward, and you're gonna get more stretch as you come forward. And inhale on the way back. It's tempting to exhale, but if you inhale, you feel yourself get lighter and lifted into that chest expansion, and then as I exhale and come home, All of that work reaches in to scoop and help pull me up. One more time, inhale. Add an arm bend. And exhale, arms stretch out and come forward. The choreography with that arm bend, you can play with it. What if you start with it? Inhale, leaning back, finding the thigh stretch. What if we stay here? Arms reach out and come forward. One more of those. Inhale and lean back, and you see my feet lift up a little bit? That's okay, that's fine. When you can put them back down, use them as you press back forward. You could even add some extension because it's so tempting in the first place. Why not just let it happen? As I go back in the thigh stretch, I'm gonna let swans start to happen. High up through the cervical and thoracic. And then as I exhale, pull front body back together and back up. I could also go back into the thigh stretch and then find the extension out from the front of the hips and waist. And exhale, come back forward. And then you can combine all of that into one of my favorite exercises, rolling in and out. I'm gonna come forward just a little bit, somewhere between the spring where it was chest expansion and thigh stretch. And really, it's a combination of everything. So here we go. I'm gonna dive down into the spring, giving a little round in my spine, but really paying more attention to how my hips have to allow me to get the bar towards the mat. And I'm gonna stop about 1 inch from the mat. Then I'm gonna pull front body together, pulling the bar towards the knees. As I extend back into that thigh stretch, hold, arms reach out, press back forward. In your breathing, you're gonna take an inhale, you're gonna take an exhale, gather together. Inhale as you reach back, and exhale as you press back forward. The reverse, you can imagine what it looks like, but I'll show you anyway. Reach it back. Add a little swan if you want to. Pull the bar, exhale, push the bar down the front body. You're trying to just get to your knees and then skim the mat, which can open up the spine if you choose. It could also keep you in your cat position, forcing you to roll up. Your choice. What if I went for that extension to the flat back? So now it's more of a lifting. Ooh, that's so much more challenging for me than actually doing the articulation and coming through the cat. So do the one that challenges you the most so you can really build the strength.